How are you? I notice a lot of ribbons and medals hanging in the back. Can you turn that around a little bit so we can see what's there? Oh my goodness. So I am going to say, welcome to Shawanna White, USATF 2020 Female Masters Long Distance Runner of the Year. Found that on your Instagram page. What is USATF?
It stands for the United States Track and Field. It's basically the organization that governs running for track and field and road racing. So like for each state, they have their own governing body. And so each state have their own USTF Runner of the Year. So they have two divisions. They have the open division, is ages 20 to 39, and then Masters, the category that I am in, and that's age 40 and up.
Oh, age 40 and up. And who would believe you are 40 years old?
41 to be exact.
My goodness. Okay. All right. Good. You take care of yourself, I can tell.
Yes.
While I was scoping out your Instagram, I saw a post and it said, despite being a force at the elite level for almost half a century, the accomplishments of Black American women marathoners are still not well known. Can you tell me, what is it that they were trying to tell us in that post?
I think what they was trying to tell people is that it's not common to see a lot of Black American-born marathon runners or distance runners participating in the sport. And I think the whole article was about to showcase the accomplishments of some of these runners to inspire others to get into distance running.
When I started this series, I'm going to call it a series of interviewing women, particularly Black women, I was really trying to take an active part in Black History Month. And then I realized that it was going to run over, and that was okay with me because Black history continues. As I was reading or talking to my daughter, she pointed out to me that it's also Women's Month. So today I highlight you as a unique person in Black history, as well as a woman doing things that a lot of us don't know a lot about, would never step out to do, but yet you're doing it, and you're doing that at the age of 41. How old were you when you ran your first race?
Well, that is a good question. Let's see. I believe I was 15 because I was in 10th grade. So I started off by running track. My high school coach, he actually saw me in the office one day and asked me to come out for the track team because I went to school to just focus on my books and go back home and study. That's what my grandmother preached every day, you know, your books. So when he asked me to run, I said, you're gonna have to ask my grandmother. I would like to try this out, but you have to ask her. The last time I tried to ask her to run track, she told me no, because my middle school PE teacher, he wanted me to come out for track. And I asked her myself and she told me no. So I was like, you know what? This time around, when the coach approached me, I was like, I'm gonna let him ask and see what happens. So,
and then that's where it all started.
Yes, in high school.
In high school, what was the name of your school and where was it?
The high school is called D.M. Farrell High School, and that's in Atlanta, Georgia.
So you are Peach Runner .2 on Instagram.
Yes.
And it says that it has the most sub 3. And to me, it almost said 3 o'clock. performance is, yeah, but I didn't understand what I was reading about you. So what was it saying about it?
Okay. So what it was saying, I think you was seeing the sub 3 hours. So I ran the most marathons under 3 hours, and a marathon is 26.2 miles.
Okay.
So for a Black American female born in the United States, I have ran the most, and that number is 16.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I think another stat that's on my Instagram profile is that I am the 6th fastest African American born female in a marathon as well. So I have those two distinctions. Yeah.
And I just thought that you spent your weekends and your evenings or afternoons running, didn't know that you had accomplished so much. How many races or marathons would you say you run in a year?
On a year, on average, before COVID,
Yes.
I would say 4 marathons per year. But last year in 2020, I had the opportunity to run one, so I was really happy with that one. And I ran that one in Birmingham, Alabama. It's called the Mercedes-Benz Marathon, and I was able to come place 3rd overall for the females.
Oh, great. So there are times when in Charleston, South Carolina, they have a race. I don't know what it's called. Have you ever participated in any of those?
Yes, I have participated in several Charleston races, but the one that you're probably talking about or referring to is the Cooper River Bridge Run, and that's a big race here in South Carolina. So I have ran a few. I can't remember off the top of my head how many, but at that race, unfortunately, I haven't had my best race at that race. Like,
Okay.
for a strange reason, I have not mastered the bridge. So hopefully, well, I think it's canceled for this year or rescheduled.
Probably.
Hopefully, whenever it's back on the schedule, I can have an opportunity to run it because, like you stated earlier, I'm the Masters Runner of the Year. And so, like in a Cooper Bridge run, they have a division for Masters where even though everybody lined up together, but in the results, it would show how I placed amongst the Masters as well as the Open. And like in that race, I think I have finished in the top 20 for females. So that's pretty cool because, you know, a lot of people, I think like maybe 10,000 people run that race.
Wow. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to go back to that race and see if I can place among the Masters, because if you place high among the Masters, you'll get a payday.
You'll get a what?
You'll get a cash prize.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. You're a PE coach. Have you ever coached a track team?
Yes, actually, I wish I would have brought it home, but it's in my office. When I was in Georgia, I worked at a charter school, and in charter schools, well, I don't know how it is now because I've been out of it for 6 years now. But when I first started in the charter school, there weren't sports, so we had to look for other places for sports. And so I found this program that was geared towards charter schools only. It was like a charter school league. And so in that league, they had a one-time track meet. And so I made an announcement asking the kids if they wanted to come out and do this one-time only track meet. And so after I trained them for I think it was for a month, all the kids, they were so excited and they wanted to keep running, but the league didn't offer track. It only offered flag football, basketball, and soccer. So I was just thinking. And then one of my parents came up to me and they was like, you can enter them into the Parks and Rec League as a team. And so I was like, okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And so that's what we did. And then I was able to get some parents to help me out with the team because we had about 50 kids that came out to run track after that one meet. Like that one meet, I had about 25 kids that I coached on my own. But after they saw all the other kids excited about track, more were happy to join. And then throughout the years, I think we probably ended up with almost 100 kids in one season, from various ages. Because again, my school is K through 8. Well, the school that I taught at in Georgia, but for our track team, it was ages 7 to 14. So we was coaching a lot of different ages. So yeah. And actually, to think about coaching, a backstory in my story, like after I graduated from college, I actually stopped running because I was burned out because it was so demanding, and I just really lost my love for running. And like actually coaching those kids, my little track kids, they actually inspired me to lace up again. So
great.
The team that I coached for 8 years. I coached them for 8 years. Yeah. So.
Are there any goals or accomplishments that you have in the forefront that you would like to accomplish before you put away your running shoes?
Oh yeah, I really, I have some big goals, and I'll start with the short term. I'll start with for this year. And this year, I want to break the state record in my age group for the half marathon. Last year, I missed the record by 16 seconds. So yeah, so I need to find a half marathon race here in South Carolina and run and break that record. Because in 2020, I also broke the 15K record, which is 9.3 miles. Okay, so that was really cool. And it's so crazy. Let me grab this. This just came in the mail today. I'm gonna open it here on your channel. This is actually my plaque from the Masters USATF Run of the Year. It just came today. But yeah, that's one of my goals, is to break some records, some in the Masters category. I do want to run a marathon PR. I was accepted into the American Development Program for the Chicago Marathon. It's off of my time that I ran last year. So I was able to get a free entry to run in the Chicago Marathon. So I want to run a marathon PR in October. And then my big goal, my long-term goal, that I want to run the fastest time ever by a Black American female. That's one of my goals. I want to do that. But here's the plaque.
It's with Shawanna White, 2020 South Carolina Female Masters Long Distance of the Year. And I know her, and she is on my channel. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I really am. I thought, you would go out and run, and this was just a hobby for you. And then as we started talking to get to know all this about you, it's amazing. It's amazing. What would you say to someone that says, yeah, I can run fast, but a female, but I don't think I can do this? How would you encourage them to?
Well, it's just like, running is a great metaphor for life, and because there are ups and downs, you have some high days, you have some low days. And if you truly love running, and if it's your passion, it's worth to keep going. And just know that every day is not going to be easy, and that's okay. But as long as you get out there, put those miles in, you will see progress. You just got to keep at it. You got to keep showing up. That's the key, to keep showing up.
Great. I know that you are only 41. I know that there are races that they've even established for senior citizens. I can't even imagine you not running. Can you see yourself still running as a senior citizen?
Yes, I sure can, because there's this one lady in Georgia, I think her name's Betty, and she's like 90, and she's still out there running 10Ks, which is 6.2 miles. So I aspire to be like her one day. So, yeah.
That's good. That is really good. As you were talking, and you were talking about your goals, it just reminded me of a song that the older people would always sing. Like, I believe I'll run on and see what the end is going to be. And I hope that I am still here when you achieve your goals. Because I know you will. Because you're not going to give up. You're going to keep on running to see what the end is going to be. Thank you, Coach White. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on your channel.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.